What if a new leader suddenly took power in one of the most powerful and controversial countries in the Middle East? A man who has stayed mostly in the shadows for years, but now holds the highest power in Iran. His name is Mojtaba Khamenei. After the death of his father, Ali Khamenei, Mojtaba was chosen as the new supreme leader of Iran, a position that controls the military, nuclear policy, and the country's foreign strategy. But the big question the world is asking is Mojtaba Khamenei a serious danger to the United States and Israel? Let's break down the facts. Mojtaba Khamenei is the second son of Iran's longtime leader, Ali Khamenei. For many years, he stayed mostly behind the scenes. He rarely appeared in public and never held an official government position. But many analysts believed he was one of the most powerful people in Iran's political system, especially because of his strong connections with the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, also known as the IRGC. The IRGC is Iran's elite military force and controls missile programs, foreign military operations, and regional militias. These connections made Mojtaba a very influential figure even before becoming leader. In March 2026, after his father was killed in a major conflict, Iran's clerical council officially appointed him as the country's new supreme leader. This made him only the third supreme leader in Iran since the 1979 Islamic Revolution. The supreme leader of Iran is not just a political leader. He is the most powerful person in the entire country. He controls Iran's military forces, nuclear program decisions, foreign alliances, and war strategy. This means Mojtaba Khamenei now has influence over Iran's missile forces, proxy groups across the Middle East, and the country's relationship with the West. Many officials in Israel believe his leadership will continue the same hardline policies as his father. That includes strong opposition to Israel, hostility toward the United States, and support for anti-Israel militias in the region. Because of this, Israeli officials have warned that Iran's policies are unlikely to change under Mojtaba. The leadership change happened during a major regional crisis. A war between Iran, the United States, and Israel has already caused serious damage and casualties across the region. Missiles, drones, and airstrikes have targeted military bases, oil facilities, and infrastructure. The conflict has raised fears of a larger Middle East war. Because Mojtaba Khamenei came to power during this conflict, many analysts believe he may take a more aggressive approach to protect Iran's power. Some experts even say his leadership could strengthen Iran's revolutionary ideology and make negotiations with the West harder. That is why global powers are watching his actions very closely. Some analysts believe Mojtaba Khamenei could be even more hardline than his father. There are several reasons. First, he has strong backing from the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, which favors a tough military strategy. Second, his rise to power happened during a war, which often pushes leaders towards stronger and more defensive policies. Third, many experts believe his appointment itself was a message that Iran will not back down under pressure. Some analysts say the decision to choose him was an act of defiance against the US and Israel. In simple terms, Iran wanted to show that its political system would survive even after the death of its longtime leader. The future depends on several factors. If the war continues, tensions between Iran, Israel, and the United States could grow even worse. Possible risks include more missile attacks, proxy wars in the Middle East, disruptions to global oil supply, and wider regional conflict. But there is also another possibility. Sometimes new leaders eventually choose diplomacy over confrontation to stabilize their country. So the world is watching closely to see whether Mojtaba Khamenei will escalate the conflict or try to reduce tensions. So is Mojtaba Khamenei a danger to the US and Israel? The truth is, it's too early to know for sure. But one thing is clear. A new leader has taken power in Iran during one of the most dangerous moments in the Middle East. And whatever decisions he makes next could shape the future of global politics.